Rightio guys, welcome back to the Bam Fabrication YouTube channel. I hope you liked the last video of me rebuilding the chassis, getting it painted, getting all the suspension done. So this video, what we're going to move on to is the cab. First things first, what I'm going to do is I want to get this firewall prepped and painted. It's going to be green, the factory green on the outside. So yeah, I'm going to get the firewall painted and this scuttle area here, I'm going to get that all painted body colour, and at the same time going to get the rear of the cab touched up as well, where you see all that repair was done. Going to get all that painted. Once that's painted, the cab will go on the chassis, and then yeah, I can start putting everything else together. So yeah, for now that's me move. Obviously you got to do, this has got to be painted, the dash has got to be painted, door jambs, all that. But for now, to get the cab onto the chassis, yeah, firewall and the rear of the cab. So yeah, I'm gonna get stuck into it guys, and yeah, we'll reconvene when I've got some work done. Right, yeah, so I went ahead and give that firewall a sand down. What I'm gonna do now is, yeah, I got some bog there, just some of the spots there, like where I've welded in, there's, you know, little bits of holes and all the rest of it. So yeah, I'm just gonna wipe over some bog into those little problem spots. Obviously let that go off, and then yeah, sand the bog back, and then give it a re-hit of primer. You can see I've bare metaled that whole scuttle panel now. So that's yeah, that's right to prime. So once I get the bog on and sand it down, I'll give this whole whole firewall a hit with primer, and at the same time I'll give this back edge a prime as well, and let that primer go off, and then I can give that a sand and yeah, get some top coat on it. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get some bog on it now. Alright guys, so it's the next day. Yeah, I got the colour on there yesterday, had a bit of a balls up. I got quite a few runs in it. I'm not sure what happened. Not sure if the paint looked a bit thin. I should have probably re-evaluated, but anyway, I went ahead and hit it, and yeah, got way too many runs on it. So let it cure overnight. I'm going to let it cure for a bit today. Yeah, then I'll have to wet rub it out and re-hit it. I like the colour, like the finish, but yeah, just got runs in it. So sort of shifted me focus, let that dry. I end up yeah, cleaning the exhaust manifolds up and painted them both sides, and I went ahead and attempted to fit the engine pipe. This is yeah, the stock piece out of like a VR Commodore. Turns out it hits the sump, because this has got obviously a HQ sump on it. It's a rear sump, not a front sump. And yeah, that section there where it goes underneath, yeah, hit the sump. Turned up had to cut it out. So I went in town this morning, got some bits. Yeah, hopefully I'll get that sorted out this morning. And as you can see as well, sort of it starts leading up, and it's probably going to poke into this cross member. So yeah, I've got to probably dip it down under that, and just got some straight pipe to sort of run it out. I haven't got a muffler yet, but yeah. So that's me plan this morning, is hopefully try and get that engine pipe sorted. And like I say, let that paint cure a bit more before I get to wet rubbing it. So yeah, gotta get stuck into the exhaust. Alright, so I've gone ahead and trimmed up the bend I need for this engine pipe. So yeah, I'll just show you what I'm working with here. So yeah, that other the original piece that was in there, yeah, hit that sump right there. So I just cut this out and sort of roughly see what's going to happen there. So yeah, pretty happy with that. Gonna go ahead and take that in position, and yeah, fully weld it out. So yeah, just sort of shows what was going on with that exhaust pipe, why it wouldn't fit. So yeah, gonna glue that in, Oh yeah, got that tack in there good enough for now. I'm gonna pull that out, fully weld it up, and then fit it back up. I've got another cross member for this, so yeah, I'm gonna clean that one up and put it in before I go run that run the rest of the exhaust, because that one's pretty bowed up and that. So yeah, rip that exhaust off, weld it up, get it back on, and then yeah, clean that other cross member up, get it in. I may or may not paint it first, I don't know. It's going to be painted, but yeah, just don't know if I'm going to do it right now. So yeah, going to go ahead and weld that exhaust up. Rightio, so I degreased that other cross member, I haven't painted it yet, swapped it out. Yeah, I've got the exhaust painted and on. So yeah, now I'm going to run the next bit of the exhaust. I've got some 2.5 inch V-band clamps here, so I'm probably going to use these. Slot that on there, and then this is the bit that I actually cut off the original engine pipe. Probably going to use this. I might have to shorten it in the middle a little bit, but yeah, just gonna stick that in there, get it to duck under the cross member there, and then yeah, keep the exhaust going out the back. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tack that V-band clamp on there, and yeah, start mocking up the rest of the exhaust. Rightio, so I got that V-band fully welded on. I cut and shut the that bend. I haven't fully welded that out yet, but yeah, it's got it sitting at the right spot. I actually went ahead and started fabbing up the battery box. Wasn't sure where I was going to mount it, but yeah, got it mounted on the right hand side of the chassis here behind this brace. Got to pull it off, fully welded out and all that, but yeah, that's the basic gist of it. Pretty happy with it. Got it mounted there, down there, and there, so pretty good. Good for an N70 size battery. So you're going to go ahead, pull that battery box off and that exhaust off, and yeah, fully weld them out, clean them up. Right, at the end of the day, showing you what I got done. So I went ahead and fitted the starter motor. I also had some power cable and some earth cables, ended up making up some battery cables. Got the earth strap there. Obviously, yeah, nothing's cleaned down finally, just got a few zip ties on it. But yeah, battery's mounted, another earth strap there. Yeah, really have it. Motor turns over the starter, so that's good. So yeah, it's going to button up for the day, clean up, and yeah, we'll get in tomorrow. Righto guys, so next morning, what I'm going to get into today is I'm going to rub those runs out in the firewall that I got, and probably start body working the rear of the cab. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with what we got up to yesterday with the battery box and exhaust and all that jazz. So yeah, gonna move on to getting the cab, hopefully get the firewall straightened out, and yeah, once that's painted I can get it mounted back on the chassis. So yeah, that's what we're getting into this morning. Rightio, so I went ahead and yeah, got the firewall and scuttle painted. Really happy with it. So yeah, gonna go ahead and let that dry now, probably leave it a day or two, and then I'm gonna colour sand it and polish it. Before it goes on the chassis. But yeah, really happy with it. Didn't have any runs or any hiccups this time. I got about 4 solid coats on it, so yeah, plenty of paint on it. So yeah, gonna probably head into town now. I gotta go and get transmission coil line fittings. I'm probably gonna pick up muffler, fuel pump, and a few other bits and pieces, stuff that I can do on the chassis while I'm waiting for the cab to dry. So yeah, that's probably my next move. Head into town, get some bits, and yeah, get back in this chassis. Rightio, so back from town, just went and spent a bit of money. Got a fuel pump hanger, in-tank hanger and fuel pump, and I went and picked up a muffler as well. Just a basic 2.5 inch muffler, offset one. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna mount it there. Run some pipe. Probably not going to mount a second one yet, but I mean, I'm going to leave the space open, so I was like, yeah, if it's not quite enough, we can start shove another muffler in here. But for now, yeah, probably just some pipe. I've got a hanger here as well, so we're going to look at making the exhaust system to at least the diff for now, and then yeah, look at mounting that in-tank pump into the fuel tank. So yeah, get stuck in this exhaust. Right, yeah, so as you saw before, yeah, went ahead and welded all that exhaust up, prep soldered it down, and yeah, got it painted with some black heat paint, some flat black, looking pretty tidy. Yeah, so I got it mounted just up under there, one mount, and probably make another mount back here where the factory stuff was. I haven't got that yet. And yeah, just gonna put another V-band on there for the tar pipe so I can mill taken out pretty easy. So yeah, probably going to go ahead next and probably look at how I'm going to mount the in-tank pump. Unfortunately, it's a different style. Apparently, it's the old jazz cell type bolt pattern. So anyway, probably have to make a little adapter plate. But anyway, yeah, that's probably my next project. Going to go ahead and get that fuel pump in the tank. Right, yeah, so I worked out how I'm going to mount this in-tank pump. I made a little adapter plate there. I've got the ring already mounted in the tank for the threaded holes to pick up for the pump assembly to bolt in. I've just made a little adapter plate that's going to cover the other hole. So yeah, I'm going to set that in first, and then yeah, the rest will just drop straight in the hole. Pretty straightforward. So yeah, going to go ahead, throw that in, and yeah, probably move on to maybe how I'm going to run the fuel lines and yeah, all that good stuff. Rattle. Right, yeah, so I went ahead and bolted the sniper on, did that to start making the fuel lines. So yeah, started running the fuel lines. Nothing's hard mounted, but yeah, sort of running the area where I want to run it. So yeah, fuel lines are done from the sniper to the fuel pump. I've just got to some stage, not sure where I'm going to do it. That's a little weld on bung. Going to drill a hole in that filler cap there, and yeah, weld that on there for my return. So next steps are probably going to go ahead and polish this firewall, and then once that's done, I'm going to tape off to that line there and then hit that with sound deadener. Let that dry today, and then yeah, so I can get the cab on the chassis and yeah, go ahead and get everything else plumbed away. So yeah, went ahead and got the O2 sensor in the exhaust, got the coolant temp sensor hooked up, yeah, for the sniper and all that. So yeah, probably going to focus on the cab for now, so yeah, I'll get into it. Right, yeah, so I went ahead and yeah, got the firewall polished. Probably going to need a final polish later, but good enough for now. Yeah, then went ahead and masked it up, and yeah, got that lower section of the firewall painted with the sound deadener. Yeah, really happy with that. Just letting that dry now. So once that dries, yeah, I should be right to mount it on the chassis. Got a few little jobs that I can do in the interim. I've got a service kit there for the transmission that I've got to do. Yeah, fill the engine up with oil. Yeah, a few little bits of that. So yeah, I'll get stuck into that stuff. Rightio guys, so it's the next day. Yeah, pretty happy with what I got up to yesterday. Yeah, with the sniper and the fuel lines and fuel pump and all that jazz, really starting to come together. So what I'm probably going to do now is I'm looking to, yeah, I'm going to take the chassis off the hoist, roll it outside, move the cab over to this side, lift it up the hoist, and yeah, look at bolting on the chassis for the final time. So yeah, big moment coming up. Once I get the cab onto the chassis, I can start looking at bolting like the brake booster, master cylinder on, pedal box in. You know, they'll allow me to make the brake lines and yeah, just mount all that sort of stuff, get that all happening, you know, mount the column, get all that stuff happening. So yeah, big step coming up, looking forward to it. So yeah, gonna get into it, gonna roll this chassis out, get this cab over here, and yeah, hopefully made them together for the final time. Rightio guys, cab's on, bolted down, locked up, not coming off again. She's on for the final time. Yeah, really happy with how it's looking. Pretty stoked. So probably gonna go ahead and yeah, shut this video off here. Probably keep this one, yeah, a little bit short. Doesn't have to be long. This is, yeah, this should be a good little video. Next video, obviously I'm gonna get into, you know, put the brake booster on, get the steering column in, paint the inside, maybe the roof, whatever, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna shut this video off here. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, feel free to subscribe, it's free. Yeah, and catch you on the next one. See you guys.